Thank God it's Friday. Falcon Friday. It's the noon, high noon madness, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is I, your boy, OG Big Sam. The franchise will be joining us. There may be one more guest joining, but you know, it's all about the Dirty Birds, everything associated with the Dirty Birds, hate, shade, or otherwise. Yeah, uh we're gonna be talking about a few things. We're gonna, discuss, the possible success of the linebacker room. Um, we're going to be discussing. Um, we're going to recap and react to one Mr. Cam Newton and his comments in reference to our signing. What I'm saying, of Kirk Cousins, and the shade being thrown in that aspect. We also are going to discuss the interesting situation in the men of industry. I think it went over everyone's head. Shaquille O'Neal, who everybody knows, was set to have a meeting with one Arthur Blank and members of the board and concerning becoming a member of the ownership. You know, interesting, interesting in itself. Um, but this is what we're gonna be talking about today. It's gonna get a little interesting. It might get funny. It might get serious. Um, some may have to duck, from shots being fired and whatnot. But I mean, hey, this is what we do. How we do when we do it. You know what I'm saying? Once again, good afternoon to everyone. Everyone. Whether you're behind the eyeballs or you're in the chat, good morning, good afternoon, you know what I'm saying? And this just jump right on into it. I was thinking, and looking at the situation of our linebacker room and the possibilities as it is to the possible success. I think we have a chance. I think our linebacker room has a chance to surprise the NFL. You know, um, we learned a lot about our linebackers on last season. And then, with T1000, aka Troy Anderson, coming back from his injury and whatnot, with Caden Ellis, with Landerman, with Malone and Ebby Ketty, those two, if they take monumental steps forward, you know, um, we have a chance to do some um, Pittsburgh Steeler type things, some, you know, Tampa Bay Buccaneers type thing, with how they did in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati Bengals have had a couple of good linebacker rooms, with some success. This is I'm really basing it around most notably around teams that have been successful in the 3-4 setup. Being that that's probably going to be what we're going to be running. Um, I really truly believe our linebacker room is going to be the key to just how far this defense could go. Um, because that's what I was looking at on last season. That's why I think we felt the most hurt when Troy went down. Um, because his classroom skills were starting to catch up with his on the field skills, which could be a scary thing for some offenses. Caden Ellis, who I think was the MVP of the linebacker room last season because he was in it, in run defense, pass defense, quarterbacking the defense, in field general type manner. Um, you know, saw some shades of success from Evan Ketty's growth. I think we're gonna get a real good look at Malone and his progression. Yeah, we got five guys in that in that linebacker locker room that I think could you know change life, if you will, in the NFC. Um, I'm just, it was just, how, what impact that the linebacker rule would have on the success of this defense. Like they projected and showed on last season, even with injuries. The next man up and guys stepping up and guys making plays. You know, um, I mean, y'all, let me know. Sherman Wood at the pole position. John Sinclair, what's good? What's good? Hey, Sonya. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, let me know what you think about that. I'm interested. And you can even throw some questions in there on that, you know, with that little bit. Um, I mean, we were from a linebacker perspective, we were very, very, very good on third down. We were very, very good in run defense. Very good. Um, Yes, and yes, we there were a few times where I was just giving them the business, what I'm saying, for the lack of showing up in crunch time, which are all the things that could be fixed, could be rectified, what I'm saying. If we be fundamentally sound in our assignments, what I'm saying, playing our role and playing hard, fundamental, aggressive defense for 60 minutes. And I think this linebacker room is going to be capable of that easily. Um, it just is because I think because no one's talking about. What I'm saying, everybody's worried about a edge rusher and all that, which is rightfully so, because we do have to get the line, what I'm saying, in order, ducks in a row with that little bit. Um, I just believe that those guys in that linebacker room are key, essential beasts that are gonna be, what I'm saying, in high concert of linebacker service. And I think they're gonna be ringing some bells, and names are gonna be getting called, and I'm just saying, them standing up on that little factoid. JB, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me see what JB saying. I was talking about the linebackers. Um, Hold on. I was talking about the linebackers. You know what I'm saying, with Cousins before this show. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, because a lot of people aren't when then discussing, what I'm saying, the defense, everybody's focused on, the front, the line, what I'm saying. And of course AJ's in the conversation, is on the back end, and us filling that up, and what cornerback we're gonna draft. But I think the meat and the heart of this defense, besides Grady, is our linebacker room. And don't get me wrong, this is no shade at Grady, but I think that Troy going down was kind of a underrated big deal. And like I said, the silver lining in it was we got to see the Swiss Army knife movement, if you will. Guys in that linebacker room, being able to do multiple things on this defense. And and I think a lot of people are missing the boat on that factoid. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all, tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And we got 13 eyes on this program as well, and y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, hit the subscribe button as well. And share it out, share it out, share it out. You know what I'm saying? Share High Noon Madness out. You know what I'm saying, to the masses. You know. Um. Let's see. Mr. Knight, what's good? What's good? He says should be interesting to see what the team does next. Yep. Mucho Grande, what's good? Could we get linebacker that can play edge? Yeah. 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 We actually we have linebackers that can play edge. They just got to, what I'm saying, they got to grow up kind of. They got to speed their growth up a little bit, Mucho. You know. Um that's just where it is. I mean, we have capable talent, you know what I'm saying, and very, very capable talent in that linebacker locker room, you know. It just, Evan Keddy and Malone, you know what I'm saying, got to, put the big boy cleats on and make it do what it do, you know. And we're gonna on that, step to the second, topic. Yeah, it was a quick read um on one Diesel Shaq Cactus. The big Aristotle is trying to shoot his shot on, what I'm saying, and get into ownership in the NFL. It was surprising to say the least. But I think it will be interesting to see if Arthur's going to give that a good listen, and and even remotely, what I'm saying, take it in strong consideration, or even just, make the deal. Shaq it has become known, what I'm saying, in the land of industry moves, as being a very, very, very good businessman. And he's built a business portfolio that are starting to rival, what I'm saying, some good businessmen. So I really don't see the downside to it if it happens. I don't think anybody was, really paying attention and to it, and because no one's been talking about it. There he is. The franchise is in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I will take a step back from the second topic and move back to the first topic and let you, what I'm saying, give your, perception of that, of the linebacker room being key to the success of this defense.
Oh yeah, because it's definitely a key, because in Jimmy Lake's defense, you need um, depth at that linebacker position, and that's something that we're kind of thin at right now. Now we can address that coming up in the draft, undrafted free agency, and also, like, finding those couple of stragglers that nobody picked up in the regular free agency. We can get them in there, but I trust Terry that he's gonna find some diamonds in the rough. Um, come come that linebacker room. It's very key that because you need viable linebackers to penetrate that line of scrimmage. Like you have your linemen, holding the line, and then you need linebackers to read, react, scrape, and attack the quarterback, and as well as the running backs. So that's your second line of defense right there.
Yes, it is. It most definitely is. Well, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna re-audible and shift back to topic number two on the, what I'm saying, overlooked under the radar business movements and meetings that are going on with one Shaquille O'Neal shooting his shot to get into ownership with the Dirty Birds. Um, me personally, I think it would be a great addition. What I'm saying, to the board. And him and Warren with Arthur and Peoples, and what I'm saying. I, I don't see the harm. I don't see a downside if Arthur was to pull the trigger on a addition deal like that. Letting Shaq invest in the team as well. What you think?
I wouldn't mind it either. I mean, hell, he worked right down the street. I mean, yeah, it's an easy transition. To be honest, I mean, because NBA on NB no, M, the NBA on TNT, their headquarters is right down the street. So if he wants to go that route, come on. Like, hey, he's a
Right.
businessman, bro.
Yes, he is.
I
Yes,
think
he is. Well, let me see. You know what, John? John, that may well be uh
no,
a possibility. I mean, because Magic out here doing big things. He uh, he's a key stake owner in the Dodgers, um, and some other things and whatnot. I mean, yeah, he could be following Magic's lead. You know, um, who knows? I mean, Shaq, he has a good team. Um, his business management team. He has a very good team. He has his fingers and toes in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? That when the boy is snoring, he's making money.
Michael Walker. Yeah, I heard that too, and that yeah, he wants to own an expansion team.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
yeah, yeah. Well, hmm. Let's see. I guess we could get to the meat and potatoes.
Oh,
Get to the meat and potatoes.
so
You
you
know,
mean to tell
everybody
me
talking about.
I'm right on time, Sam?
Yeah, you right on time. I know everybody was tuned in last night, what I'm saying, to the fellas, K Styles and them last night, and they, gave their spiel on, that and some other a couple other things kind of in that arena. I know that yeah, y'all have been you probably watching Mad Mike this morning, delivering his bits and clips and thoughts on the things and whatnot. We are talking about one Cam Newton, who was on Club Shay Shay, And if you've seen my video short, you probably already know what you know what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, with this. You know, I'm gonna put it like this on the screen there, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it is. The black quarterback movement by the fake woke community. Yeah, fake woke being led by Scam Newton and the talking heads of the big wig networks.
Yep.
Now, the usual the usual checker pieces are in this conversation. I just really look, okay. I'm gonna preface this by saying this. Lamar Jackson, also known as AAU Jackson, is a supremely talented athlete from an athletic perspective. You can say the same for Justin Fields. Now, the problem that a lot of people are having, you got a lot of, we could have just traded. No, we couldn't have. We needed our number one picks. We needed all our draft picks. Okay. And on top of that, y'all saw that boy out there and when finally reaching the AFC Championship game out there looking like he was trying to read Egyptian hieroglyphics, trying to read that chief defense. And look, how many more times can I say it? The league showed you what they thought of Justin Fields. The league showed you. They showed you, bro. I mean, if y'all still running around here hollering about what he could have come here and do and change life, I'm sorry. Well, tell me, please, somebody tell me, why weren't there 30 other teams lined up to make a blockbuster deal for Justin Fields? If he is good as y'all think he is, if he is as good as y'all be capping for, why weren't there 30 other teams lined up for this cat? Now, if you can give an honest answer to that, I'm willing to hear it. Now, the other two individuals mentioned in this little soiree of foolishness spewed by one Scam Newton himself and Mr. Playbook in the trunk. Okay, look. The Atlanta Falcons have been to a Super Bowl twice. Chris Chandler was quarterback in 98. Matt Ryan was quarterback in 2016. All right. Now, the other quarterback that made it to an NFC Championship game, and his showing was 3 horrible turnovers under the bright lights in Philly, making Brian Dawkins look like he was wearing a Falcon uniform. Oh, didn't I mention he put the playbook in the trunk, right?
Sure did.
Okay. All right. Now, Scam. Oh, Scam. You know what people are going to remember you for? Wearing a tutu, not diving on the ground for a fumble in the Super Bowl, and then getting in the post-game interview and acting like a real childish ass little bitch. That's your NFL moment and memory, bro. Speak on that, Ant.
Sam. Whew, Jesus, Lord, have mercy. You, look, okay, let me paint this picture for everybody. Now, for one, somebody in the comment section already said it. John, appreciate you. JF1 hasn't, he has not um accomplished anything yet in this league. Um, let's see, Lamar, he can lead you to the playoffs, but he can't get, he. I don't even think has he been to an AFC Championship game. Um, and then Scam New. Now, I had mentioned this on Twitter yesterday, and I had maybe one or two people try to come for my neck because I pointed this shit out. When he went to New England and when he came back to Carolina, he looked a shell of himself. Why would I want that on my team? Why would I want somebody that has regressed in his completion percentage throughout his career? Why? Oh, you know what? I know why. Because he can run. And he's the right color. How about that? Because that's all that matters down here. I mean, it don't matter how good of a quarterback he really is. All that matters is what color he is and how much he can run. That's it.
All right, all right, all right, all right. To be realistic about this here situation, we know what this is about. We know what this is about. Black and white.
Yep.
We know what this is about. Okay. See. Here's the problem that I have. See, these guys right here. These guys right here. This who y'all idolize. This who y'all call elite. This who y'all think is the answer to all questions concerning football and offensive football. You know what I'm saying? When you got it real confused, because I don't never see none of y'all, you know what I'm saying, in nowhere across nobody platform. See, this who your role model should be. You know what I'm saying? The Warren Moons of the world, the Doug Williams of the world, who won a Super Bowl, mind you, who won a Super Bowl. You know, the Randall Cunninghams of the world. See, I had a dream that, little wannabe influencers, fan tights, all the thong wearing, run tail dats, compound Negroes, saying that have this and talk this and breathe this and say this, could just step back and shut the entire hell up. I know your mama's always told you growing up, if you ain't got nothing smart or intelligent or good to say, keep your mouth closed. Well, that advice should be followed by 95% of y'all.
Please.
Because this is just ignorant.
Ignorant.
Okay? Yeah, you got folks out here, postering, you take Lamar Jackson in his prime and Michael Vick in his prime. Who would you rather have? Neither one of them. Because neither one of them are a role model that you would want your child to follow growing up to be a quarterback. I mean, come on, man. Y'all need to stop with the monotony and the foolishness, because that's what it is downright foolishness. But you got guys that have played the game at a high level like a Warren Moon. that could tell you more about being a quarterback than either one of them other fools could. Doug Williams came out of Grambling State. Let me say that one more time. Doug Williams came out of Grambling State.
Say that again.
Okay. Doug Williams came out of an HBCU.
They don't even talk
That's
about
who
this
y'all
guy
should be
no
capping
more.
for. That's who y'all should be capping for. Okay. If we gonna, you know what I'm saying, put a black quarterback on a pedestal, put one up there that was successful, put one up there that did something in a moment that was monumental, going to the Redskins and winning the damn Super Bowl. Put somebody up there that could tell you about being a black quarterback in this league and prospering. Okay, if you're gonna elevate a black quarterback, if you're gonna elevate a black quarterback, elevate a Randall Cunningham. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Elevate, put a Warren Moon on the pedestal. But y'all got your nostrils up the rectums of some idiots that couldn't tell you about consistency to save them from amputating a leg off their ass. Okay, you're confused in who your role model should be when we really gonna talk about this, black movement at the quarterback position thing. If you really gonna have a real conversation, you really want to jump out there, you know what I'm saying, just because a white guy got paid coming off of an injury. Now, before somebody throw it out there, yeah, I was leading the charge of not wanting him because of said injury. And you have also heard me say, I trust Arthur. I trust Terry. If he is on the team, he's either, if he ain't 100%, he's 90% of the way ready to go. Whatever happened in the physical, whatever happened, you know what I'm saying, on the workout, in the tryout, in the meeting, whatever, had to have been enough for them to believe that this man could play on this team at a high level like he has did everywhere else he has played. And y'all coming out the damn woodwork. You could have got me. You could have got Michael Vick. You got Justin Fields. No, and damn no. I mean, okay, starting from the bottom of that, what is on AAU Jackson's resume that warrants you to think he would have came here and changed life? What is on Justin Fields' resume that adds you to believe that he would come here and change life? We've seen the debacle of Michael Vick here. Okay, we've seen the debacle, the rise, the fall, the fall into a cement mixer of one Scam Newton, whose own downfall was because he didn't take care of himself. He had the surgery that he should have had a year too damn late.
How about that?
Senator Palpatine, you have something you want to add, sir?
So I was actually contemplating whether or not to actually do something. I really don't want to do a damn thing. I want to sip some pina coladas and probably wear my dress like Mr. Cam Newton be doing. He think he's Gianni Versace or somebody, wearing dresses and clown clothes and leather cheetah pants and tight ass bird out here looking like goddamn what the dude from Zoolander. He looking like the dude from Zoolander. Like what my thing is, why this is where I got a problem. I want to have a serious conversation. This is a serious fucking question. Why in the fuck do black men have to be looking like a fucking gotta be dressing like Gianni Versace We got to be wearing our hair with fucking long ass octopus damn limbs on our fucking heads. We got to be wearing Michael Jordan shoes. We can't wear it's impossible. It's lame as fuck to be wearing some Shaquille O'Neal shoes from Walmart. We got to be wearing like we got to wear our pants tight as our fucking balls is to our goddamn sack. All right, we have to be doing this type of shit. Why the fuck do we got to look like some goddamn clowns in order to get attention? Why is it that we can't be ourselves? Why can I like shows like why can't I like a guy like why can't I like Star Wars or something like that? I gotta be the lamest. Look, I have to be. I have to like Kendrick Lamar. I have to cuss people out. I have to do all this shit in order to get attention and get and to get respect from people. We gotta act like a motherfucking fool for y'all to act. To get no fucking love. One of the greatest mishaps in the in Black history is motherfuckers like. Guess what? Y'all not gonna like what I gotta say. But one of the biggest disservices we've ever seen in Black culture and Black history was Malcolm fucking X. Why? Because he looked at Martin Luther King without actually knowing the brother. He did what every brother always do that comes from the fucking street. He look at a guy that talk articulately, he speaks well, he reads books, and he sounds, and he doesn't want any problem. Y'all look at these people as, why am I? What happened to Warren Moon? Is the guy still alive? Because none of you niggas ain't never said anything about him positively.
Nobody.
It sound better when you say it.
Nobody gives Patrick Mahomes praise for actually doing good things on and off the field. Y'all say, guess what? He's a good football player, but this man don't get in trouble. He take care of his family, and he just does the right thing. But as soon as a nigga do something, as soon as a nigga do something stupid, the first thing y'all say, free my homie, free my homie, free my homie. Y'all, for Mike Vick, y'all said for 13 straight years, 14 straight years, the Falcons should have gave him another chance. When this man told you himself, he took everything for granted, and y'all put this motherfucker on the pop. Y'all look what y'all did. Y'all not only just built a whole pyramid with Michael Vick on top of it, you wrote hieroglyphics and messages, and y'all sacrifice your own self and kids and your own beliefs just so you can make sure that a guy like Mike Vick got his praise when he told you he wasn't even worthy. See, I have a problem with this. I have a problem with this issue because when it all comes down to it, you should be hard work. And the problem is today's society, when it comes down to our athletes, especially our Hispanic and Black culture, you got to be a thug, you got to be stupid, you got to be ignorant, you got to dress like a fucking clown, and you got to be you got to have questionable sexualities in order to be accepted. And yes, the fuck I went there. Why can a man be judged by the greatness of which he does not only for himself but his community? Why is it that Matt Ryan never gets the praise for being on one of the most toughest hoods, one of the most toughest, craziest hood in Atlanta, and he going and sitting down with these kids, shooting basketball with them, being a part of it, but we don't even see a nigga like a motherfucker like T.I. in the hood shooting basketball with the people. But soon as somebody like Desmond Ritter, soon a guy like Grady Jarrett is putting his all into the fucking community, he gets no fucking love. Grady Jarrett is one of the most beloved Atlanta figures in the history of this organization, and half of you motherfuckers don't give a fuck about Grady Jarrett. You don't give a fuck about what AJ Terrell does into this community. Y'all praise these fucking clowns for acting stupid as hell and go fucking gay. Y'all praise these guys for this shit. But we got guys that really doing something good in the fucking community, helping everybody out there. They probably don't even, they not even qualified to even get your attention. But they go in these communities and give their fucking all, and guess what y'all do? I don't care. When was the last time we saw Grady Jarrett being praised by y'all? When was the last time that we seen AJ Terrell being praised by y'all? When was the last time that y'all praised Michael Vick for even doing something in the community? You don't see it. But we house and telling on his teammates, telling on his coaches, y'all praise these guys for snitching. But when a guy wants to do the right thing and give money back to the organization,
Did we lose it? We lost him. Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of where Mike was going. I mean, because he's absolutely right. You know, let me veer off to Matt Ryan a little bit. Y'all do know he's partly responsible for, you know what I'm saying, some of that construction over there at Emory, right? Yeah. And the new neonatal unit down at the Atlanta Children's Hospital across from Grady. Yeah, that was Matt. That was Matt. The neonatal unit over there at Emory. Okay, where the ice cubes was for the first 2 months of their life. The upgrades that happened over there, that was Matt. Okay, the upgrades at several YMCA's around Atlanta. Yeah, that was Matt. That was Matt. But you get on your little YouTube, you know, about a short clip and pull up Michael Vick and Mystical video, Michael Vick and T.I. video. You know what I'm saying? You know, the same man that told y'all he put the playbook in the trunk. And got on the big stage under bright lights in the NFC Championship game against them Eagles and did what? And did what? I'll wait. Did what? The nerd, somebody he put football in Atlanta back on that. Well, we was 2 years. Oh my goodness. We were 2 years removed from a damn Super Bowl when we drafted him. How the fuck were we off the damn map?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, you try to rewrite history when you can't rewrite history. You know what I'm saying? You know, you out here throwing shade on this man. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a nice little check. And let me tell you one of the first, even before finding them a house down there, because they stand in wifey's parents' basement at the moment. But one of the first things that Dirty Kirk did when they got back here, he made a charitable donation.
How about that?
You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody talking about that. No. Why he had to get the bag? Why we couldn't get Justin Fields? Because Justin Fields suck. The NFL told y'all what he was worth. They showed y'all what he was worth. Y'all still out here capping for that food. You watching the AFC Championship game last season? God damn it, this boy out here on the field looking like he trying to read Italian, Egyptian hieroglyphics. This hypocritical, backwards ass racism is a joke, and it's immature. It's old and it's tired. You're never going to be seen as better until you do better, talk better, think better, period. You aren't going to get your, 40 acres and a mule just because we will have a black quarterback here. No.
That ain't how they work. I'm sorry.
No. Us having a black quarterback in Atlanta won't get the Underground Railroad rebuilt. It won't. It won't.
It's embarrassing.
This mindset of everything has to be black. It's just beyond stupid. And then when you're put in the spotlight and the question is asked, what's your real issue? And when we put it out there, make you have the uncomfortable conversation. What do? You run.
It's disgusting and it's sad. And I say this all the time. This is the reason why I shared even my personal part of my personal life last night. Y'all seen what my great grandfather looked like. He looks like me, but for the most part, this guy was German. German. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff that we hating on, you don't even know your own genealogy. You don't even know. You have no clue what you are. Yet we continue to do our best to hate on a person. Don't know what this person is going through. Don't know what they. If you don't look like them and act like them, it's immediate hate, and that's the problem that I have. That's the problem I have. It's sickening. It is sickening. We see these clowns like that Emmanuel Acho gets on live TV and shits on these women like it's absolutely popular to do. And you got another woman, and good God forbid, I hate the Lord, I do not like having to agree with her. But Molly hit it right on the fucking head.
Was it Molly or was it Joy Taylor?
I don't give a damn hood. Look, both of them said something. Both of them said something about that.
I think that was Joy on that show with Echo.
It was both.
Molly's on First Take.
It was both. Both of them spoke on it. But the point is, the point is why can't we just understand that it's all about sports? It's all about the contents of a character, and it's all about their abilities. Why do we always have to look at somebody and say, yeah, I just don't like you. I'm not going to root for you. There's a lot of players that I don't really care for as players, but it never gets to a point where I'm going to say, yep, I just don't want to give you a chance because you black. We need to give black people more opportunities. What the fuck is that? If a motherfucker can play, if a person can play and a person can do their job, why shouldn't I give them a shot? And this is the problem that we have. The Atlanta Falcons don't give a damn who that guy is. Okay? They don't give a damn who that guy is. Do y'all know again, one of the first black general managers in the league was, and presidents. It wasn't even the Falcons who did that. The guy he's one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the fucking game. And he's responsible for one of he's responsible for building one of the greatest defenses and teams in Super Bowl, and one of the greatest Super Bowl team they ever been, and that's Ozzie.
Ozzie Newsome.
Who's saying? Ozzie Newsome. Nobody gives him no fucking credit. Nobody y'all don't even praise this man at all.
He changed the landscape for us, bro.
He changed the landscape, and half of you Negroes don't even know who he is.
Come on, man.
Y'all don't even know who he is, but you supposed to be so fucking pro-black.
You probably couldn't even tell you what team he played for when he played tight end.
But we so pro-black about everything. We so pro-black and power to the people. Hallelujah, Jesus. But you couldn't even tell. You can't even tell who Ozzie Newsome is. You don't even know who the hell. Half of you motherfuckers didn't even know Jesse Tuggle and Grady Jarrett. They blood. Had no fucking clue. But we so pro-black and say we need to give a black man a chance. A lot of you guys didn't even get what I said last night about even Sammy Ball. I said that what Sammy Ball did and what I think he played like the 20s, 30 somewhere in there. This man played back then, and he was the one that was responsible for the spread offense, throwing the ball. What you see today is for Sammy Ball. He created that. Slinging Sammy Ball. He was the reason he was set the foundation for what we see today. But we want to point at the black man and say, no, it's not going to be successful because it ain't a black man that did it. But y'all have no clue it was a white quarterback who set the standard for what we see today. You have no fucking clue about your history. Do your fucking research before you open your stupid ass mouths. It's sad. It's really sad that you people say this stuff. How can you call yourself a Falcon fan and you don't even know what your own general manager, what he came from, what's his skill set, what he's good at, what he's great at?
Don't even know the history of the team. You just look at the win-loss record and how long we've been in existence, and that's your narrative. You don't even know the history of this team. I mean, a lot of y'all don't even know that Jerry Glanville, who was the defensive backs coach then, was responsible for, diagramming the 46 defense, which the Chicago Bears made famous in 85.
Because he had a young safety that he was absolutely in love with, and he sold Lemmy Bennett on the idea of putting him in creating the 46. Y'all had no clue about that. The Falcons had one of the most deadly secondaries in the NFL, and that's how they was born.
Yeah. See, you get out here and you hit sin on foolish stuff. You hit sin on non-existent stuff. You hit sin on baseless and factless stuff. And then when it's put up under the microscope, broken down, dissected, and analyzed, then you have a problem. And you're feeling attacked. Well, nobody told you to put that stupid idea, thought of yours in the atmosphere.
Let me say this real quick because we got to stop saying that. This is not true.
Okay.
This ain't true. Stop it. This is not true. Arthur Blank never went after Deshaun Watson. It's not true. Deshaun Watson people came to him and he sat down with them and listened to what their offer was. Matt Ryan, it got back to Matt Ryan that they entertained Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan said to himself his feelings, and he decided that he wanted to move on. Okay? Matt Ryan said to himself, The Falcons said they sat down, entertained what they had to. This is what business. This happens all the time. It happens all the time. Matt Ryan jumped to the conclusion. He said he wanted out. They sat down with Deshaun Watson's representative. They never met with Deshaun Watson. The man said it himself. The information is out here. Stop putting this out as if it's the truth. It's not true. Matt Ryan got in his feelings and he decided that he wanted out because he heard that they sat down with Deshaun Watson's people. This happens to every great quarterback. They feel like they unappreciated and they jump to conclusions and they want out. This happened to Tom Brady. The same thing why Tom Brady left New England. He got in his feelings because he didn't get what he wanted and he couldn't sell Bill Belichick and the owner, Kraft, on what he wanted. Why? This happens. It happens to every great player. Happened to Deion Sanders. We got guys like Dominique Wilkins. All these guys, they get in their feelings and they don't realize their time is coming to an end. It's simple as that. It's not true. This story is not true whatsoever. How many times this man, just go back and look at what Arthur Blank said. He said he never met with him. I talked to a guy that said I talked with a guy that's in the organization. And they know when guys are being coming because again, these guys that I talked to, and Sam knows exactly what I'm talking about. This guy, we sat down and had a conversation with them several times. And he said verbatim that they heard nothing about Arthur Blank sitting down with Deshaun Watson. They never had dinner, none of that stuff. All they did was talk to one of his representatives about what he wanted as a player. This is what agents do. They reach out to organizations, they reach out to teams and say, hey man, this is what our client is looking for. Are you interested? And they sit down like businessmen and they say, all right, we'll listen to you. But that's it.
Look, let me iron this out. The only thing that we did was drive up the asking price. That's it. That's all we did. We forced Cleveland to go out there and throw a monkey wrench, an arm and a leg, even
$246 million.
We forced that. That's all we did. That's it. We wasn't in there, to get him to come here. No.
Now didn't I just say something about, saying hitting sin on factless and baseless rhetoric?
And BG, I want to make, he's a good dude. Again, this is a story that's continuously out there that isn't true. Stop listening to rumors. Okay? I'm telling you right now, we don't have all the sources, but we have a source that is very close. He's an ambassador for the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, we're very close to a guy.
Right.
Okay,
and he doesn't tell us anything. He doesn't tell us anything that isn't true or doesn't have merit. Never.
And it doesn't have merit. So if he doesn't know things, he will not speak on this. Okay, he will not speak on this at all. And I even talked to a couple of journalists with the Atlanta Falcons that you guys see on a daily basis. They said they never heard anything about this. That Arthur never sat down with this guy and had dinner and we was negotiating the contract and we was giving up first round. This never happened. It never happened. They lie. Go back and then that whole time, you never once saw Adam Schefter say anything about the Atlanta Falcons met with Deshaun Watson himself. Deshaun Watson sent his agent sent out, one of his representatives sent out a blast of emails, which happens to every free agent. This is the process when it comes down to free agency. Your agent, he sends out an email blast to every team that his client is interested in going to. They in turn get back with the agent, and then based on their particular interest, they either say yes, they say no, or they just sit down and listen to them. This is how free agency go. This is how you. This is how a lot of times you try to figure out how in the hell did the Atlanta Falcons get Deshaun Watson? I mean, not Deshaun Watson, but how did they get Kirk Cousins? Because the Atlanta Falcons, with the way the NFL is set up, you can't talk directly to the client. This is why with Lamar Jackson, and let me clear this up too, with Lamar Jackson, this is the reason why the NFL has a protocol that an NFL player has to have certification in order to represent themselves. So until Lamar Jackson had an agent, someone that is qualified to go through the process to represent themselves, that's when he was. So that's why a lot of teams stayed away from Lamar Jackson, because he didn't have the right qualifications to represent himself. So he had to get somebody with the right qualifications in order to do business with each team. These are the ways that this is how a lot of these players are signed in a matter of weeks, is because these agents send out these email blasts to these owners and these teams. Okay? So this is how things work. So all this stuff that y'all see with all these journalists and these reporters, half of these motherfuckers don't have no clue, because another thing what you don't know, with journalists, the journalists have to register themselves with the NFL. They have to register themselves with the NFL and a said organization like the NFL, the Sports Illustrated. These guys had a certification to even report for the NFL, and in our case, the Atlanta Falcons. You have to work for these particular brands in order to get certain news. So when you see all these guys with all these rumors, and then you look at it, oh, they work for the Falcon Hall, or they work for this. These guys don't have the certification to even do that. So all this, I can clear all this stuff up. Stop listening to these rumors. If they don't work with the NFL, chances are they line their asses off.
If it ain't Peter King, if it ain't Ian Rappaport, Adam Scheffner, Miles Garrett, Wojciechowski, you know what I'm saying? Stop listening. Stop listening. Stop listening. Okay, if it ain't from one of those names, if whatever's posted or whatever's reported and it's not attached to one of those guys' name, nah, 9 times out of 10, it's false. This
is something that I had to. This is something that I had to learn myself by getting and listening to the right sources. Again, these people came to. They saw what we were doing here. They love what they're doing, so they come to us with certain information when they want us to put things that are true out. Okay.
Right. See, hence the term network, hence the term conglomerate, followed up by the alliance. But we move different. Ain't no duct tape involved. I'm just saying. There are just certain things, there's certain ways you have to move. There's certain ways you have to conduct business. There's certain ways, you know what I'm saying, that you have to present yourself. And being baseless and factless does not help.
And one of those things too, Sam, is like the NFL, they literally have protocols in place. If certain people get if certain news get out, they know exactly who it came from. Because again, you have a protocol that you have to go through. So that's why you see a lot of journalists or even players that get banned from the league because they broke those protocols. So they deliberately, this is why guys like Adam Schefter have the qualification that he had, because he's tapped in, just like a guy like Peter King. These guys are tapped into the NFL. So when you see a rumor get out and someone like a Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, these guys get it, and not even a few minutes or maybe an hour, less than a day, it becomes true, is because these guys are actually tapped in. Most of the rumors that you see, about 95% of them are fake and false. We've been trying to tell y'all all this time. Stop it. Stop listening to the rumors. I know we probably beating up, we probably agitating the hell out of you guys by saying this, but stop believing the rumors. It's not true. If it's not being reported by Ian Rappaport, a guy like Adam Schefter, Adrian Woj, whatever the hell his name is, I just call him Woj. If it's not being put out by those guys, what's the Braves guy? Mark Bowman. Like, if you don't hear from them, stop. It's a lie.
Yep.
It's not true. Do yourself a favor.
Yep.
Stop believing it.
Don't believe the hype. Don't
D-Led is tapped in. Y'all ever wonder why he's so annoying? But everybody trusts him because he don't open his damn mouth and give out valuable information.
Right. He might get on our damn nerve, but I can say that much about him. He, you know, if he don't know it, especially with the Dirty Bird, it ain't fact.
It ain't true. Yeah.
It ain't. Mike, I was gonna get you to answer Jay's question about your favorite prospect receiver.
My Cokie! Oh yeah, man. Look, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, I might buy me a strap on so y'all can goddamn see me beat my meat unofficially on live goddamn air because I love my Cokie. Okay, I love my boy. This will be a dream come true. This dude he's perfect for the Atlanta Falcons. I promise you right now, if it's one receiver in this draft that's perfect for the Atlanta Falcons, it's Lad McConkey. And not for the reason because he's Georgia. This dude is a route running machine. When I tell you it's nothing, this dude can't, it's not a route in the fucking tree that he can't run. This dude is a damn monster. He is nasty. It's nasty work.
2.0. Julian
That's
Edelman
exactly
2.0.
He's a monster, man. So I would love to see that. I love Lad McConkey. He's come a long way. He wasn't a highly recruited player out of high school. He worked his ass off. He perfected his craft. He tell you exactly this. But like I said, I love hard worker, man. And when I look at this kid, man, even when he's hurt, this dude still steps up to the plate and he still wants to play. I ain't got nothing but love and respect for this dude. This dude is a baller, man, and he's gonna make some team
a football player. He a football player. You know what I'm saying? And I say that very same thing about our $180 million QB1. He's a football player. Okay. While y'all out there trying to, put him in a box. Dirty Kirk is a football player. He has consistently put in that box 4,000 plus yards a season. You know what I'm saying? He gives a very good chance to win more times than not.
Yeah, we it's the wind blowing like crazy over here. You went out for a look. The wind blowing crazy over here. So Sam went out. I had the same problem the last couple of days. We under some weather advisory here in the A. So y'all bear with us if he goes out and whatnot. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy down here, bro.
Oh my bad. I didn't even know I went out, man.
Yeah.
I was just saying, Kirk Cousins is a football player. As what I look at him in that same vein. He is not. Is he elite? No, he's not of that tier. No. You know what I'm saying? Is he a game manager? Yeah, he is. Whatever level that and he does it. Better than average. He don't make too many mistakes. Like I said, he gives you a chance to win more times than not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and and we've highlighted his record against winning teams. We've highlighted his playoff record. We see that, we get that, we
Ding,
know all that. Run it.
ding,
I can't
ding.
see it. My my my
Ding, the
my.
ding, ding,
I
ding.
got reflection money.
Ding,
I'll
the
read
ding,
that.
ding, ding.
Okay,
Ding,
but
ding, the ding, ling, ling. Ding, a ling, a ling, a ling, ling, ling. Do you think there's a strong possibility we're drafting a pass rush at the end? We have to get after the quarterback this year. It's imperative we get sacked. Thing is, I don't think so. I don't think that it's imperative for the Atlanta Falcons to get a draft to draft a guy at 8. I know this is something that probably goes against everything that we've stated. Me personally, as far as the trench is concerned, but I don't think there's a guy in this draft at 8 that we say, all right, he's an elite pass rusher. I like Latu, I like Turner, I like Verse, but if I'm at 8, I'm trading down because I believe there's a ton of guys in the draft that could give you elite. I want to say elite, but very good chances that we can get after the quarterback a certain skill set as far as being able to get after the quarterback. The Falcons are in a position right now, and the NFL in its entirety. If you look at how the Philadelphia Eagles became successful, they had a ton of guys. It wasn't a one guy show in Philadelphia that made them um, that made them a great defense. They had a ton of guys on the defensive side. They had an amazing rotation. And to be honest, this is exactly why the Atlanta Falcons had 42 sacks last year because we didn't have an elite. You don't have to have an elite pass rusher to have an elite defense. Let me say that again. You do not have to have an elite pass rusher in order to have an elite defense. If you have 5 guys that can get you 6 sacks every game every year, you good.
Mhm.
You good.
I'm,
We don't
I'm, I'm,
need that. We good, bro.
I'm gonna add something else to that too. If you all were paying attention to Raheem Morris when he had that interview, and how many times did he say this defensive line class is deep? How many times did he say that? This defensive line class is deep. Okay. So everybody's hanging their hats on those guys that are presented to be the top of that class. Um, this defensive line class from tackle to end is deep. That 8 pick is going to be used to get us more picks. All right, that's just the reality of it because we need bodies.
Yeah, and it's a
We
lot
need
of money
bodies.
that's gonna be like I said, I like more than likely the Atlanta Falcons are gonna try to work out a way with AJ Terrell to get him in here. So the Falcons are gonna need draft picks and more draft picks in my opinion. So if it's not a guy like Brock Bowers sitting at 8, I think I think you move on from it. I think you trade down to the very least 15. I think you move down to like 15, grab a guy like Lad McConkey or a Jared Verse, and you just triple up on edge guys and defensive linemen. I think to be honest, man, people just forgetting that we got David Onyemata in the middle. We got Grady Jarrett coming back. We got
Mm-hmm.
a young stud in Zach
Taquan Graham.
Harrison.
Taquan
Taquan
Graham is
Graham is
getting,
a nut.
yeah,
Like he's there. The Falcons got
yeah.
a lot of guys on his defense, and we don't know what's going to happen with Ogum Deji. He probably come back and he probably be a rejuvenated guy. You got D'Angelo Malone, so the Falcons have options on the defensive line. The thing is, we just need more. We've seen time and time again where guys can come out of nowhere, and the next thing you know, they got 10 sacks in a year. To be honest, man, I think one of the worst moves of this offseason is what Jacksonville did with Josh Allen. I saw Josh Allen play.
Mm,
I wasn't blown
mm,
away by what he did. I wasn't
mm,
blown away. This is a
mm.
team, he couldn't stop the run consistently, but he had one of those breakout years. And it's possible that I am wrong, but when I saw
Yeah.
him play, nothing that stood out to me that said, all right, he's an elite ball player. I didn't see anything that was spectacular. I think for the most part, that team is a pretty good deep defensive line, and he was the one that benefited from a lot of those, for a lot of players on that team.
Right, right. Um, well, I led off with this discussing the linebacker room and the possible, the possibilities and what could come of them being a key to this defensive success. Would you like to give your thought on that before we close out?
As far as the linebacking crew,
Yeah.
again, that's another aspect of the pass rush that people complain. This is going to be an attacking defense. This is going to be an awful like the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs use every aspect of their defense to get to apply pressure. So the Falcons are not in any. They're not desperate for guys to get at the quarterback. This is the reason why. If you look at guys like Kenyon Mitchell, he's a guy he's very aggressive. He has incredible instincts. Not only getting at the ball, but he's a guy he attacks the corners. He's a good tackling corner. You got a guy like Troy Anderson. He's big. This guy could be on the edge. You got a guy like, for one, I think this is one of the this right here. I think this guy has the potential to give us 10 to 15 sacks this year. And I'm gonna be real. Everybody looking at him as a middle linebacker, but Caden Ellis has the potential to give us 10 to 15 sacks. Nobody understand what this dude was with the Saints. He was a rotational piece. This dude was a rotational player with the Saints. He was a rotational player. Sacks. He was getting 7 and 8 sacks as a rotational piece in New Orleans.
That part.
So we have guys that can play on the edge that can get after the quarterback. You're getting Troy Anderson back. So the Falcons are not, in my opinion, they're not desperate. And this is why Sam alluded to the fact that Raheem Morris stated that this draft is deep. The Falcons are not in a position where they have to get anybody. Why? Because you have an offense with Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. Now we have a guy like Mooney, McLeod. We got Rondale Moore. These guys, we good on offense, so they're not desperate for anything. The Falcons, this is the first time this year, I don't know what the hell happened, what's going to happen, because we're good as far as talent on both sides of the ball. All we have to do is now be smart with the pick and the player that we bring in.
And you want to add something to that?
I mean, hey, Mike said it. I mean, watch out for Caden Ellis, man. He's a pure pass rusher that plays linebacker. That's scary.
Yeah.
And those guys you can send anywhere on the field. That's the thing. You can put him in the middle or on the outside, and you can just send him.
And then for his size, I him being.
By the way, y'all do realize he ain't white, right? He's not 100%. Y'all do realize
he's one of.
Oh, y'all did it? Yeah, y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Y'all didn't know that.
He's from the motherland.
Yeah. He's a Patrick Mahomes. He's a Desmond Ritter. He's a boogeyman, just like them.
Yeah.
Just go look at and see who his daddy is. Y'all will be surprised.
Yeah, and like I was about to say, for him to be the size that he is, okay, and how he hits his pass rush moves. He has 2 moves combined into one, and I think a lot of people seem to underestimate his strength, because he has a hell of a speed and bull rush. I mean, and he gets there. More times than not, he gets there. When he's spit on the blitz, he gets there. So I mean, it's not, and like you were saying, in New Orleans, he was on rotation in on that front in rotation and was getting 7 and 8 sacks. And what do you think's gonna happen to him? You know what I'm saying? Being out there, you know what I'm saying? 60, 70 sacks, snaps a game. That number gonna double. Well, look, we pretty much covered everything in the lunchbox. I hope y'all ate good, you know what I'm saying, with this, food of topics. Um, hey, Friday High Noon Madness was what it is. What it is, madness. Um, if we hurt your feelings, oh well. If we taught you something, you know what I'm saying. If we entertained you, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying. So, hey, I appreciate the senator coming on, doing his thing as usual, presenting some facts, presenting some information, presenting some key points. And as always, my co-host, you know what I'm saying, my wingman, my road dog, you know what I'm saying, comes in and drops the good question, timely questions, and does his thing. Like I said, he plays both sides of the ball, offense and defense. It's your boy, OG Big Sam, man. Look, keep it dirty.
Got a ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding right
ding,
quick.
ding,
With all
ding.
that being said,
Ding,
Let me back
ding.
it up.
and
That's
we
the
covered
bell.
after this season and the draft, what are y'all expectations? I ain't doing this. I don't do predictions. Nope. Y'all can have it.
Expectations. It's gonna be interesting with the ingredients that are, you know what I'm saying, in this pot so far. It's gonna be interesting. I'm speaking offensively. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Um, I think the balance is gonna be deadly.
I tell you what. Head over to Mad Mike Sports. Join the Mad Mike membership for $1.99, and I'll get my prediction. But I'm not putting this shit out there for free. Absolutely not. I do not like being stupid. I want to be in a protected environment so I can look stupid. Okay. So $1.99. Smoke a blunt of mud with your boy Mad Mike. That's all. $1.99.
Right, right. And look, hey, you go, and while you're flipping through, stop at OGN TV and hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? I need 56 more to get to 200. Yeah, I'm trying to bust that. Okay, you know what I'm
You see
saying?
what I'm saying? Yeah, John. Nah, bruh. Yeah, you look, bro. You gotta pay me to look stupid. I ain't volunteer to look stupid. No, I had high expectation last year and fell right on my face. Nope. I learned my
Yeah.
lesson, son.
Well, we're over the cap. It's stopping time. All right. Hey, keep it dirty. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real, and most notably, all the time, like I say, keep it real with yourself. Most importantly, keep it real with yourself. Make your next decision your best decision. Make good choices out there. It's Friday, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's madness, crazy weather. Rush hour, all of that, lunchtime, all of that. Be safe. It's been your boy, OG Big Sam, the franchise, and the senator. And we out.
Peace.